Hello, this is Bill Claudsey. Welcome to an Amonkhet Draft Competitive League online. We've got a foil mountain here. That might be my pick in live Magic because it's sweet, but online they're not worth much, and Fan Bearer will actually help us win a draft. So let's do that. Approach of the Second Sun is cool. I will draft this strategy usually in blue-green, splashing maybe one white source, but that's not plan A. Plan A is to build an aggressive sort of normal deck. And what then? Bitterblade Warrior, Thresher Lizard, Crop Elite, these are all fine. And since they're all about the same, we can take Crop Elite because it's in our colors, and that's always important. The 2-drops are sort of more important, I think, although Crop Elite is just a better card than Bitterblade Warrior. The tempo you get from putting this down on turn 2 is worth considering in this format where that does seem important. Okay, Trial of Strength next. Not great just as a 4/2 for 3, because they can trade with that, they can bounce it, it's a token. But if you get any cartouches, then you get so much more value out of this, and it's really worth considering. The red isn't so aggressive. Another Crop Elite is pretty cool. Might be better than this Trial of Strength, given our first pick here. Yeah, let's cut white. Uh-oh. Decimator Beetle getting past 4th pick. My favorite archetype is the black-green. I've had a lot of success with it online. I know what the decks look like, and I'm probably just going to pick it here, give up on all these early cards. It's not even that bad that we passed so many Bitterblade Warriors, because while they're always fine in any green deck, they're not like premium good stuff out of the green-black deck. Alright, now for something completely different. Wow, a really interesting pick here, because Destined to Lead is one of the payoffs, one of the win conditions for the green-black deck. We could dip back into white for these Unwavering Initiate or Red Crop Spearmaster, probably the Initiate, or take Naga Vitalist. Destined to Lead, Naga Vitalist, Decimator Beetle, Alright, I'm going to narrow it down to the Vitalist versus the Initiate. I'll go with the Vitalist. In the white-green deck, Bitterblade Warrior might be better, but the Vitalist is better in the Decimator Beetle deck, so it could go either way here. Ret Crop Spearmaster versus Quarry Hauler. Yeah, this was kind of a weird beetle to get, and we don't want to get ourselves off track too much, so we can take the Ret Crop Spearmaster here. And now we're just running out of all the cards that we might want for our deck. So, what to pick? Honed Copish, Stinging Shot, or Jeru's Resolve? 3 of our cards have this Exert, so we might want to untap them. We'll take the Resolve. It's always fine. 7. We've seen 5 Bitterblade Warriors this draft, if I'm keeping count. And maybe some of them wheel. If not, that's okay. And if they do, then shoot, we'll pick them up. Another Naga Vitalist. Yeah, they're coming back. Wouldn't you know it? What if they all came back? Forsake the Worldly versus Greater Sandworm. They're both okay. I don't think white-green is like the Greater Sandworm deck, and sometimes you just need access to this out of your sideboard. Okay. Well, we're not getting the Bitterblade Warriors back, so someone might be just taking them because there's no other playable card. Wow. No one interested in the crazy cycling deck. So what do we want to open? Probably the angel, the mythic angel of the set. Almost always want to open that. Or Ronus would be good. Bounty of the Luxa is not it. That is not our big payoff. But Oketra's Attendant is definitely a good option here. We're not going to dip into black for Wayward Servant. We hardly have any zombies. So what can we do? Take another Bitterblade Warrior and really go in on the white-green Exert theme. Just try to be super aggressive. Or Oketra's Attendant. Both reasonable options. I'm going to go with Bitterblade Warrior. It's been a while since I've gone all out for the Exert theme. Now we have a real test. Dusk to Dawn versus Gust Walker. And this looks like a perfect Dusk to Dawn deck. All of our Bitterblade Warriors and Talkrop Elites come back with the Dawn. We can do it pre-exerting and still get in a ton of damage. Although Gust Walker is the best white common. Close with a Fanbearer. Yeah, let's do it. So in a deck like this, you don't necessarily need any Naga Vitalists, but it's worth keeping in mind. We could have had so many Bitterblade Warriors. And they're not the best 2-drop Exert creature, but they are pretty good. And they do attack through just about anything, unless it has First Strike or Indestructibility. Alright, and white, did we pass white here? Because we're not getting any from the other direction. It's a little strange. Honed Copish could work with all our small things. The only other card I was looking at there was the Cycle Land, but it's way too far off color. Sparring Mummy. Now we have 4 Bitterblade Warriors, so untapping that kind of thing is cool. Colossipede is usually just better. 5 mana, 5/5. Just depends on how fast our deck is, but I think we go with Colossipede here. Alright, here's a Cartouche, a Lizard, and a Quarry Hauler. And that's a good 4-drop. Even if you're not getting any value off the counter, and sometimes you do, sometimes you kill their creature that they put down. It's a 4/3 for 4, and that's a nice size of a creature. Cultivator, not much left in this pack, so we can go with the Cultivator. Vizier of Remedies, and Colossipede and Winged Shepherd. The Vizier does hit pretty early, and there are some decks that make the ability very good. And then Winged Shepherd cycles early. Let's go with the Vizier. Another Resolve. Another Vizier if we want. Or a Shed Weakness. Let's just mass all the 2-drops. We get an Angel anyway, which is a nice sign. And all of our 2-drops come back with Dusk to Dawn. So I think right now we probably cut the Vitalists. While it's nice to ramp up to a 4-drop, it's even better to just play on curve 2, 3, 4. Most of the time. To be fair, these Naga Vitalists might replace some of our 3-drops. Oh wow. On-Crop Champion might wheel, given how many of the Bitterblade Warriors sort of showed up. Trial of Zeal, the best card in the pack, but we don't have cartouches, and it isn't all that easy for us to splash. So I actually like Hooded Brawler more than anything else in this pack. That kind of seems crazy, but we already have 4-drops that are just about as good as the champion here. And this Brawler hits hard. It really does. Okay, can't argue with this. Crocodile of the Crossing. It's like the only good card here, and it's very good. Throne of the God Pharaoh. You'd think it'd be better in an Exert deck, and I guess it does have its value, but Normally we'll just want to play creatures anyway. Devoted Cropmate, nice. We can trade off some of our Bitterblade Warriors with just about anything and get them back. Another Tall Crop Elite. We're doing alright for our 4-drops, so we can get this. Another Fanbearer, great. Another Dusk to Dawn, Cartouche of Solidarity, and Tall Crop Elite. Well, shoot. I guess we just take Dusk to Dawn and keep massing 2-power creatures. If we really get there, we could just see how many 2-drops our deck can handle. Play all of them. Wheeling the Tall Crop Elites would help. This is Dusk to Dawn to Dusk to Dawn. Oh wow. Another Aftermath card, Prepare to Fight. Just about the best trick you can get in this deck. And we're still getting rewarded, so Unwavering Initiate. Even if we have to sentence it to Dusk, we can always get back the Embalm token. So the creatures still appear, and we have the option here between Quarry Hauler and Spidery Grasp. I actually like Spidery Grasp. It's a fine trick, and it's especially good if you're going to untap something. And On-Crop Champion comes back, perfect. This is really going quite well. Supply Caravan, I'm not all that interested in this. There is a small chance we play Throne, so... yeah. Instead of the Throne, I think we'll play these things like Jarrow's Resolve, Spidery Grasp, Prepare to Fight, that kind of thing. But we could play it. I don't mind playing it in a deck like this that's all about tapping creatures. Double Jarrow's Resolve. It's also kind of cute with Fanbearer. If you need to tap down 2 blockers, you can do it for 3 mana, or 5 mana, whatever. Something like that. Maybe Throne of the God Pharaoh is a little too cute. But what else? What other option do we have? Maybe Naga Vitalist. Naga Vitalist works better if you have some -1/-1 counters to put on it. So creatures like Crocodile of the Crossing get a lot better. We don't have a lot of that going on, so maybe it's not as important. Let's see, what colors are we not doing? We're not doing red, we're not doing blue or black. Sorry, Decimator Beetle. 2 colors, so we can't play that. So this comes down to a choice of like the 24th card. Most of the cards here are just great for us. And that card is going to be between Throne of the God Pharaoh, Forsake the Worldly, Mighty Leap. I don't love Colossopede in this deck, although it may be okay. Honed Copish, all of these are options. And I think Mighty Leap might have the highest upside here. 24. We could also go down to 15 lands, but that is really that's really pushing it for a deck that can really use a lot of its mana. And Dawn is a big card draw spell. So, breaking it down by color, we have significantly more white, but maybe it's a 9/7 deck. Okay. Well, thanks for joining me for the draft. Stay tuned for the matches.